Hello everyone, and I hope all of you are doing well today. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing the peach-colored aspect of La Santa Muerte. Now, this is an aspect that I had never heard of before, and when I first heard about it, it was actually from somebody I'm very close to, who had a dream about her. So in their dream, a lot of stuff occurred, but at the end of their dream, they ended up in a room filled with many different women, each wearing a different colored dress, and it is presumed that all of the women in the room were in fact Santa Muerte, just different aspects of her. And I asked, what were the, dress colors of the different women, and they told me that they can't remember most of them, but they do remember some of them that I was already familiar with, but they also mentioned a peach colored person, somebody wearing a peach colored dress. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting, I've never heard of that. And I googled it and I couldn't find any information about it. So what I ended up doing was I ended up going to my altar and I asked, I did some channeling and I asked, Santa Muerte, do you have a peach colored aspect? And she actually said yes. Now, this is my own personal gnosis. That's my disclaimer for the video. This is my own personal gnosis. It's unverified. But if you're interested in what I have to say, then stay tuned, I guess. So the information I got was, yes, there is a peach-colored aspect, and it is an aspect regarding devotion, loyalty, and adherence. It is the aspect of promises kept. She is soothing and mends those issues regarding trust, especially if caused by a loved one. So what I ended up doing was, sometime later, I went back to the altar again and I asked if I could have a little bit more information about the peach aspect. So the second time I had a channeling session, I asked, could you please tell me more about the peach aspect? And what I learned was, the peach heals emotional damage caused by those who betray us. She whispers sweetly into your ears to ease the burden of trauma that's being held. She nurtures our pained souls and gives us the strength to outstretch our hands to new people, to be vulnerable with others again. So basically the peach aspect deals with trust issues. She is an aspect that helps us to heal from people who have hurt us, who have betrayed us. So when people break our trust, we can be very emotionally damaged by that. And so the peach aspect is an aspect that specializes in the healing of that. So where we are trying to heal from our trust issues, or we're trying to move on from that and become willing and able to be vulnerable with others again, that's basically where the peach aspect comes in. I thought that was very interesting because it's a very oddly specific thing, but I've noticed that with all of the aspects I learned about with Santa Muerte, a lot of them tend to be very specific things. It seems like that there are major aspects, like maybe the red, the white, the black, the gold, but then there are very strangely specific aspects like the bone or the peach or the lilac or the turquoise and things like that. So the peach aspect is the one who we would go to if we want some emotional healing, if we want to move on. Additionally, the peach aspect helps us to deal with promises. She is an aspect that helps us to keep our promises, to keep us from breaking promises if we've already made promises. She helps us to keep our word and to avoid getting into situations where we would be forced to break promises, oaths, and, just mess up, where those things are concerned. I find it very interesting that even though the white is an aspect that is known for healing in general, the peach has a very more targeted type of healing, and that's the healing of emotional damage that's caused by betrayals. So that's basically it. There's not too much more to this. There may be more information to learn about the peach colored aspect of La Santa Muerte in the future, but for now, this is basically all of the personal gnosis that I've gotten up until this point. If you, and if you want to learn more about some of the other aspects, then by all means, have a visit to my channel and look around at some of the other videos, because I have other videos about other obscure aspects that I've learned about from my own personal gnosis and that you may or may not have heard of already, and I plan on making new videos in the immediate future about other aspects. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop a like, and if you want more, then subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next one. Take care.